WKAR TV presents QuizBusters. Today, the Marauders of Ovid-Elsie take on the Pirates of Pewamo-Westphalia. Now, here's the host of QuizBusters, Matt Ottinger.
Hi, thank you. Hi, welcome to QuizBusters. Continuing first round action, two teams from the white division who are ready to play their first round game, having qualified in the seeding round to play our tournament. Here are the Marauders of Ovid-Elsie. They are Paul Dutton, Angie Riggin, the captain is Chuck Stover, and John Stanton. Their alternate, Amanda O'Brien, and their advisor, Marianne Bogan. As I mentioned at the end of the last program, it's a game between hyphenates. The Marauders of Ovid-Elsie, the Pirates of Pewamo-Westphalia. Let's meet them now. They are Megan Elliott, Mark Noker, the captain, Matt Schneider, and on the end, Garrett Cole. Their alternate is Marty Snitgen, and their advisor is Lori Fedewa. White division, for those of you not familiar with QuizBusters, those are the smaller teams in our tournament. We have a list there for you of all the white division teams that qualified to play our game by either winning their first round game, as both of these teams did, or by participating as a wild card team, one of the higher scoring teams that did not win their first round game. The teams in yellow are continuing on in the tournament. The teams in gray have since been eliminated. Right now we're going to play our game and send one team on in our tournament. Unfortunately, one team we have to say goodbye to. We know both teams are excellent players. They wouldn't have gotten here otherwise. Good luck to all of you. Let's have some fun with this. Here's our toss-up question for control. In computer science, what is the name for the serrated plastic disc used in printing that has a set of print characters arranged around it? Matt, Pewamo-Westphalia.
Dot matrix.
Dot matrix is a wrong answer. Ovid-Elsie, any ideas? You can't confer on the toss-up. No one's going to try. Matt, dot matrix is one type of printing. Daisy wheel is the one that we needed here, the daisy wheel printer. New toss-up, all players. Already, you're going to need your pens for this, pencils, whatever you have. Here's your toss-up question. What is 3 cubed times 2 squared? That is Matt, Pewamo-Westphalia.
108.
108 is right. 10 points, PW. They're on the board. We're underway. Bonus time, up to 3 questions. You can confer on these. Make sure you have with your Captain Matt. Matt, I'll take the answers from you. Once you've conferred on these questions about U.S. states, I'll give you a state's ranking in population, followed by its ranking in area. Use those 2 clues in each case to identify the state. Your first one is 3rd in population and 2nd in area.
Texas is 2nd in area. I
need your answer.
Texas.
Texas is right for 10 points. Next, 50th in population and 9th in area.
Nevada.
And I need your answer.
Nevada?
Not Nevada. The state that has the smallest population is in Wyoming. Wyoming, the right answer. Tough one there. 10 points on your bonus takes you to 20. New toss-up, all players. Identify and spell your correct answer to this. From Greek words meaning beautiful light, this tube contains loose bits of colored glass reflected by mirrors to form, that is John Ovid-Elsie.
Kaleidoscope. K-A-L-E-I-D-O-S-C-O-P-E.
Kaleidoscope. Well done, John. That's good for 10 points. And Ovid-Elsie is in control. Greek mythology, your bonus category. Chuck, once you had a chance to confer, I'll take the answers from you. Question 1. A town on the slopes of Mount Parnassus was the site of Apollo's temple and oracle. Name the town.
Delphi.
Delphi is right for 10 points. Question 2. Mercury was the Roman messenger to the gods. Who was his Greek counterpart in that role?
Hermes.
Hermes is right for 10. Finally, a steam organ is named after the Greek muse who was the wife of Apollo and the muse of epic poetry. Name her.
No answer.
No answer. Tough one. Always the third one's a tough one, but that steam organ is a calliope. That was her name, Calliope. 20 points on the bonus gives you the lead. New toss-up, all players. Once again, you'll need your pens. The local tax rate is 6% of the assessed value, and the assessed value of your property went up in 1 year from $200,000 to $210,000. How much did your taxes increase, Matt, Pewamo-Westphalia?
$600.
That's right. 10 points for Pewamo-Westphalia. They're in control. The Spanish-American War is your bonus category. Question 1. The sinking of an American battleship in Havana Harbor intensified U.S. feeling against Spain and resulted in a famous slogan. What was the name of that battleship?
It was, Maine. The Maine.
Remember the Maine. That's right, for 10 points. Next. The entire Spanish-American War was fought in 1898. Who was the American president at the time?
The guy before Roosevelt.
And I need your answer.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Not Teddy Roosevelt. A little bit before him, William McKinley, the right answer. 10 points on your bonus and the lead at 40. And real quickly to our first pop quiz. This is always fun. One-on-one action. Each of you will have a chance to answer 3 questions against a single opponent. Your letter combination is H-A-I. H-A-I. I'm kind of nervous myself here. All your correct responses will begin with those 3 letters of the alphabet. We'll begin with Paul from Ovid-Elsie and Megan from Pewamo-Westphalia. Thread-like tubes of a fibrous substance rooted in the skin and growing freely outward. Megan?
Hair.
Hair. That's all we needed. Something that simple. A very complicated definition for a simple word. Question 2. A Japanese verse form Paul?
Haiku.
Haiku, comprising 3 lines of 17 syllables. Finally, pieces of ice varying in size and falling from clouds. Paul?
Hail.
Hail. That's right, for 10 points. Hailstones. Next, Angie from Ovid-Elsie, Mark from Pewamo-Westphalia. A toupee. Mark?
Hairpiece.
Hairpiece is right for 10 points. Next, a port and industrial center of Israel. It's called Haifa, the town of Haifa, H-A-I-F-A. Finally, the Secretary of State in Ronald Reagan's administration, who resigned under criticism in 1982. You'll know the name when you hear it. Oh, and Mark knows it now. Alexander Haig, the right answer, H-A-I-G. The captains, Chuck from Ovid-Elsie and Matt from Pewamo-Westphalia. The 1968 musical about the hippie movement of the... Chuck?
Hair.
That was called Hair, which featured the songs Aquarius and Good Morning Starshine. Question 2. The African political leader who, from 1930 to 1974, was Emperor of Ethiopia. Tough name if you don't know it. Haile Selassie was his name. Finally, exciting or terrifying, causing, Matt?
Hair-raising.
Hair-raising, causing great astonishment, like a scary movie. That's good for 10 points. It's a 10-point game. We're going to reset those. 60-60. It's a tie game is what we have right now. We'll get those scores reset when we go to John from Ovid-Elsie and Garrett from Pewamo-Westphalia. The song played officially at public appearances by the U.S. President. John?
Hail to the Chief.
Hail to the Chief is right for 10 points. Next, the hyphenated name for the section of San Francisco associated with the hippie culture of the 1960s. You're all way too young for this one. Haight-Ashbury District is what that was. Finally, a republic in the Greater Antilles. Garrett?
Haiti.
That's right. Haiti is right for 10 points. That's the pop quiz. A republic in the Greater Antilles occupying the western third of the island of Hispaniola. That's right, for 10 points. Pewamo-Westphalia took that last one, and the scores are correct as they stand, a 10-point lead for PW. As we now have a new toss-up for all players to go back to the bonuses. All players, hands on your buzzers. Hiram Revels of Mississippi became the first black U.S. senator in 1870. Ironically, he was appointed to fill out the unexpired Senate term of what Confederate figure banned from politics? Paul Ovid-Elsie.
Jefferson Davis.
That's the right one. 10 points for Ovid-Elsie. That's, and control. Tie game, Ovid-Elsie. Space exploration is your bonus category. Here's question number 1. 3 nautical terms describe a spacecraft's movement on its axes. 2 of them are pitch and roll. What 3-letter word is the third?
Yaw.
Yaw is right. Y-A-W. Yaw for 10 points and the lead. Question 2. What was the number of the last manned Apollo moon mission?
17.
17 is right for 10 points. For your bonus, name either the first American or the first Soviet to make a spacewalk. And I need an answer.
No answer.
No answer. Edward White for the Americans. Alexei Leonov was the Soviet. 20 points on your bonus. You go to 100. New toss-up, all players. In the sentence, what I saw was humiliating, what grammatical term applies to the words, what I saw? Chuck, Ovid-Elsie.
Verb.
Verb is a wrong answer. Pewamo-Westphalia, any ideas? You can't confirm the toss-up. Garrett's going to try.
Subject.
Noun clause is what we needed. Noun clause. New toss-up, all players, you'll need your pens. In a 40-question exam, Lori didn't answer 15% of them. How many answers did Lori leave blank? Matt, Pewamo-Westphalia.
6.
That's right. 10 points for PW. They're on the board again. And I think Matt solved every one of those math questions that we've had at this point. PW, you could take the lead on these. Winds is your bonus category. W-I-N-D-S. Winds. Question 1. In breeze classification, winds from between 4 and 7 miles per hour are considered light. Between 13 and 18 miles per hour is considered moderate. And between 25 and 31 miles per hour is considered strong. What four-letter word describes winds that blow between 39 and 46 miles per hour?
Gale.
Gale is right. G-A-L-E. Question 2. This dry, hot wind blows north from the Sahara across Libya and the Mediterranean. By the time it reaches Italy, it is warm and moist. What is this wind called?
Trade wind.
Trade wind is wrong. I think those are out in the Atlantic. The Sirocco is what we needed there, the wind that blows through the Mediterranean. 10 points on your bonus. We've got a tie game. And we've got halftime. At the end of the first half, we're deadlocked at 100. A terrific contest so far. Right now, all of you, hands off the buzzers, take a little break here while I remind our folks at home that the QuizBusters are playing for fun, for pride, and ultimately for prizes. We have a prize waiting for one team at the end of our season, and Dan Bayer will tell you all about that very special prize.
QuizBusters is pleased to announce that for the 4th consecutive year, up to 5 students on the championship team will each receive one-year scholarships to Michigan State University. This grand prize is offered through the generosity and support of the Provost and the Office of Admissions and Scholarships at MSU.
At the end of our season, one very fortunate and very talented team will win that prize. Right now, we've got a great contest underway. We're knotted at 100. Second half played the same as the first, with toss-ups, bonuses, a pop quiz halfway through. We'll end the game with the 60-second lightning round. If you played the second half the same way you played the first, the lightning round will determine our winner. Good luck to all of you. Let me see where we are in our questions here. Here we are. I'm ready. If you're ready, we'll start the second half with this 10-point toss-up question for control. You would find the Hanging Gardens at Babylon and the Colossus at Rhodes. If you were a time traveler, what wonder of the ancient world would you find at Halicarnassus? I'm sorry, Matt, the timer beat you on that. The mausoleum there is what you'd find. New toss-up, all players. During the Revolutionary War, General Howe defeated General Washington in a battle near a Pennsylvania stream whose name suggests 2 alcoholic beverages. Name that stream. Paul, Ovid-Elsie.
Brandywine.
Brandywine. Brandywine Creek. That's right for 10 points, and Ovid-Elsie's in control. Shakespeare, your bonus category, Ovid-Elsie. Identify the play from which we get each of the following quotes. Your first one, Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Midsummer Night's Dream. Puck said that. That's right for 10 points. Next, how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Need an answer.
Taming of the Shrew.
Not Taming of the Shrew. No, the thankless children were of King Lear. The sisters there. The King Lear, the answer, 10 points on your bonus. 20-point lead in the game. Well done. New toss-up, all players. This National Republican candidate was selected to the House of Representatives on November 1st, 1830, less than 2 years after leaving the office of president. Name him. Matt, Pewamo-Westphalia.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson is wrong. Ovid-Elsie, any ideas? Paul's going to try.
John Adams.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. You were close, though. John Quincy Adams is what I needed. Yeah, the wrong one. New toss-up, all players. What name is given to the region of northern Europe consisting of Iceland, Denmark, that is Garrett, Pewamo-Westphalia?
Scandinavia.
That's all we needed, something as simple as that. That's good for 10 points. PW in control. Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. Scandinavia. Pewamo-Westphalia in control. Languages, your bonus category. Here's question number 1. Wu, Min, and Hakka, H-A-K-K-A, are among the many dialects of a language that has been spoken since 2000 B.C. In what country would you find these dialects spoken?
China.
China is right. Mandarin, of course, the best known. Question 2. German, French, and Italian are all official languages of what European country?
Belgium.
No, I'm sorry. A little bit south of that to Switzerland. Switzerland, the right answer. 10 points on your bonus. We're tied again. What a great game. Closing in on that second pop quiz, players, we've got a new toss-up now for all of you. The Ryan NYP, hanging from a ceiling in the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., is better known by what name? Paul, Ovid-Elsie.
Spirit of St. Louis.
That's right. That's right. Lindbergh's playing. That's good for 10 points. Ovid-Elsie's in control again. I said Lindbergh, not sure I was right, but of course, Charles Lindbergh's playing the Spirit of St. Louis. Ovid-Elsie is in control. Dogs is your bonus category. Here's question number 1. The only non-sporting breed native to the United States is a terrier named for the city of its origin. Name this city.
Boston Terrier.
The Boston Terrier. Boston, the right answer, for 10 points. Question 2. This large working dog, which has been used as a guard dog and as a police dog, was developed by a German breeder in the late 19th century and named for him. Name this dog breed.
Rottweiler.
Not Rottweiler, no, the Doberman. Doberman was the name of the German breeder. 10 points on your bonus. You go to 140. We're heading to our second pop quiz in a very tight game. Back and forth it goes. 120 points at stake in a 20-point contest. This should be interesting. The pop quiz letter combination is D-R-I. D-R-I begins all correct responses. We begin with Paul from Ovid-Elsie and Megan from Pewamo-Westphalia. To swallow a liquid. Paul.
Drink.
Drink is right for 10 points. Next. A slight, very fine or misty rain. Paul.
Drizzle.
Drizzle is right for 10 points. Finally, a tool or machine for, Paul?
Drill.
For making holes in wood, metal, or stone. Well done, Paul swept those. Good job. Next, Angie from Ovid-Elsie and Mark from Pewamo-Westphalia. To train in physical or military exercises. Angie?
Drill.
That's also drill, especially in regular repetition. Good for 10 points. Next, a theater or restaurant at which the patrons, Mark?
Drive-through.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. I'll continue for Angie. At which the patrons never leave their cars. Drive-in would work for a theater, but not drive-through. Finally, to advance a basketball through a series, Mark?
Dribble.
Of short bounces. Mark got that one. Dribble right for 10 points. The captains now, Chuck for Ovid-Elsie and Matt from Pewamo-Westphalia. A loose, large accumulation of snow. Chuck?
Drift.
Forced by wind, drift. Just barely beating Matt to that one, taking Ovid-Elsie to 200. Next. Foolish, nonsensical, Matt?
Drivel.
Talk. Dribble is right for 10 points. Good anticipation on that one, Matt. Finally, a brand name for a popular cold and flu reliever. Matt?
Dristan.
Dristan or Drix Oral. Either one of those would have worked. That's good for 10 points. We end with John from Ovid-Elsie and Garrett from Pewamo-Westphalia. A wood golf club used to, John?
Driver.
Send the ball a long distance from the tee. Driver is right for 10 points. Question 2. The rock group of the early 60s, known for such hits as Under the Boardwalk and Save the Last Dance for Me. Again, way too young for that one. The Drifters, they were called. Final question. A private approach, usually paved for, Garrett?
Drive.
I need a more complete answer.
Drive. I don't know, drive through.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. I'll finish it for John. A private approach usually paved from a road to one's garage or home. John?
Driveway.
Driveway is what I needed. For 10 points, that's the end of the pop quiz. Ovid-Elsie took several of those. still a close game. The next time we hear the fanfare players will be going to the lightning round. Right now, all players, hands in your buzzers for this toss-up question for control. A pommel, cantle, horn, and flank can all be found on what piece? Mark, Pewamo-Westphalia.
Saddle.
A saddle, equestrian equipment. That's right for 10 points. PW in control. World's Fairs, your bonus category, PW. I'll give you a year, a landmark, and a slogan. You tell me the name of the World's Fair host city to which they all apply. Your first one is 1962, the Space Needle, and Man in the Space Age.
Seattle.
Seattle, Washington. That's good for 10 points. Question 2. 1964 and 65, the Unisphere, Peace Through Understanding. And I need an answer.
Chicago.
Not Chicago. No, one of the World's Fairs from New York City. New York, New York. 10 points on your bonus. You go to 170. We have a new toss-up now for all players. The defeat of the Axis powers in World War II ended the aggressions of most fascist states, but in 2 countries, fascists ruled until at least 1955. Name one of those 2 countries. John, Ovid-Elsie.
Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia is a wrong answer. Pewamo-Westphalia, any ideas? Matt.
Italy.
Not Italy, Spain or Argentina, the 2 answers that we needed. New toss-up, all players. What form of government is mentioned by name in the Pledge of Allegiance? Garrett, PW.
Republic.
The Republic is right for 10 points, and there, PW once again in control. To the Republic for which it stands. 40-point game. You could tie it if you swept these questions about first ladies. I'll give you the name of a former first lady before she married the president. You supply the presidential last name. Your first one is Bess Wallace. I need an answer.
Eisenhower.
Not Eisenhower, no, Bess Truman. Bess Truman, the right answer. Truman, the name that we needed. No points there. You'll stay 40 points back. We have a new toss-up, all players. You may want your pens. A 300-watt light bulb is attached to a 120-volt electric line. How much current in amps would be drawn on the line when the bulb is operating? Chuck, Ovid-Elsie.
40.
40 is a wrong answer. I'll clear that. Pewamo-Westphalia, any ideas? Matt?
2.5.
2.5 amps. Matt, once again, right with the math question. Well done. 30-point game. You could now take the lead if you swept these questions about South America. Here's question number 1. Ecuador's capital city lies almost on the equator at an altitude of over 9,000 feet. Name the city. And I need your answer.
Lima.
No, I'm sorry. Of course, Lima, Peru. Quito. Q-U-I-T-O. Quito, the right answer. No points on the bonus. It stays a 30-point game. We have a new toss-up for all players. What film genre includes such movies as Nanook of the North in 1922, The Sorrow and the Pity in 1972, and Shoah in 1985? Mark, Pewamo-Westphalia.
Drama.
Drama is a wrong answer. Ovid-Elsie, any guesses? Chuck?
Surrealism.
Documentaries. Those are all documentaries. New toss-up, all players. Listen carefully. Give me the first person plural form of the future perfect tense of the verb to be. Matt, Pewamo-Westphalia.
I will be.
I will be is a wrong answer. Ovid-Elsie, anyone want to try? We will have been is the right answer. Tough one there. New toss-up, all players, multiple choice. Which of the following is closest to the Philippines? Taiwan, Tahiti, Australia, or Vietnam? Chuck, Ovid-Elsie.
Taiwan.
Taiwan is the right answer. 10 points, Ovid-Elsie. They're in control. A mythology question category has come up once again. Ovid-Elsie in control. Mythology, the category. The Gorgons were the 3 female monsters with snakes growing out of their heads. Gazing upon them turned the beholder to stone. The best-known Gorgon is the one whose head was cut off by Perseus. Name her.
Medusa. Medusa.
Medusa is right for 10 points. Question 2. The name of a powerful narcotic widely used as a sedative and pain reliever comes from the name of the Greek god of sleep and dreams. Name that mythological character.
Morpheus.
Morpheus is the right answer for 10 points. And finally, the name of the Greek goddess of justice and vengeance is now used as a synonym for an enemy, especially one on which you would like to take revenge. What is that word?
Nemesis.
Nemesis is the right answer for 20 points and a sweep of the category. Very well done. That may have helped a lot. A sweep of the category near the end of the game. We heard the fanfare. That means we're going to the lightning round. Toss-up questions remain, players. A lot of questions here. 10 points when you're right. When you give me a wrong answer in the lightning round, remember, we lose 10 points and we go to the next question. Ovid-Elsie is at 270. Pewamo-Westphalia is at 190. Give me 60 seconds on the clock. The lightning round begins now. What is the second largest city on Lake Michigan and the largest city in the... Matt?
Milwaukee.
Right. Who in 1935 founded the American Institute of Public Opinion? Matt? Right. What was the former name of Ho Chi Minh City? Paul?
Saigon.
Right. What artist painted the Blue Boy? Matt?
Remington.
Wrong. Name the fictional lawyer created by Earl Stanley Gardner. Time. What European city is the home of the World Health Organization and the International Red Cross? Matt?
Berlin.
Wrong. Which of the geologic eras includes modern times? Time. Gingivitis is the medical term for the inflammation. Matt? Right. A Google is a 1 followed by how many? Chuck?
100.
Right. What is the capital of India? Matt?
New Delhi.
Right. Wilhelmina, Juliana, and Beatrix were all 20th century queens of what European nation? Chuck?
Austria.
Wrong. What is the square root of 3,600? Matt?
60.
Right. What time's up? Ovid-Elsie's held on to win the game. Great game. Terrific contest. I'm gathering my notes so I can go back over the ones the players missed. Gainsborough, Thomas Gainsborough painted the Blue Boy. The fictional lawyer, nobody buzzed in about the most famous fictional lawyer there is, Perry Mason, the right answer. Earl Stanley Gardner created him in the books. Geneva is the home to the International Red Cross and the World Health Organization. The Cenozoic era represents modern times. And Wilhelmina, Juliana, and Beatrix were all 20th century queens of the Netherlands. That's the right answer. PW, thank you for giving us a great game. It's that last set of categories that pretty much put Ovid-Elsie over the top. That's just about the difference in the scores. We thank you for coming down. Give a hand to the Pirates of PW. No one loses on a game like that. Terrific contest by both teams. Marauders, congratulations. I see some very relieved faces over here in the audience that are very happy that you pulled that one out. We'll have an opponent for you as you continue in our tournament in a few weeks. Good job. A hand for the Marauders. Last couple of games have been pretty exciting here in the first round. Please join us for the next one. You never know how good they'll be. The next game is in the Green Division, East Lansing facing off against Ionia. Please join us for that contest for all of us here on QuizBusters. I'm Matt Ottinger. Enjoy.